this video, we will be reviewing the problems that were on your Unit 3 subunit quiz to make corrections so you can get up to 50 points back on your project. So let's dive in. All right, question 1. You have 20 quarts of milk. How many gallons is this? The first thing I need to think about, and this would be on your reference sheet, is how many quarts are in a gallon. If you look on your reference sheet, we don't have it in front of us, but that's okay. We can still pretend that we do. I know that 1 gallon is equal to 4 quarts. But we do not have gallon, 1 quart, we have 20 quarts. So we need to go from 4 quarts to 20 quarts. Think about how would you do that? How many quarts make 20? That's right, 5. So we would multiply the quarts by 5. If we multiply the quarts by 5, what do we need to do to the gallons? That's right, also multiply by 5. 1 gallon times 5 is 5 gallons. So there is 5 gallons. 20 quarts makes up 5 gallons. This is because to go from 4 quarts to 20 quarts, we have to multiply by 5. 1 gallon times 5 is 5 gallons. All right, let's keep going. You have 48 fluid ounces of juice. How many cups is this? All right, so again, we're gonna look on our reference sheet. I know you don't have it in front of you, but that's okay, we can pretend. I know that 1 cup is equal to 8 fluid ounces. And again, that is on a reference sheet that you will always have with you on your quarterfinals and MCAS and quizzes. All right, but we do not have 8 fluid ounces, we have 48 fluid ounces. So we need to think about how would we go there? From 8 fluid ounces to 48 fluid ounces? That is right, it is times 6. So if we multiply the fluid ounces by 6, what do we need to do to the cups? That's right, also multiply by 6. 1 cup times 6 is 6 cups. So 48 fluid ounces makes up 6 cups. All right, let's keep going. Daniel bought 4 gallons of gas for $12. How much would he spend if he bought 20 gallons? All right, let's make our fractions here. We know that 4 gallons costs $20. That's what it gives us in the problem. But we did not buy 4 gallons, we bought 20 gallons. All right, so let's look for a pattern here. So we need to find out how much would that cost. All right, let's see, can I go directly from 4 gallons to 20 gallons? Yes, I can. You can multiply by 5. If I multiply the gallons by 5, we also need to multiply, oh, sorry, it's not $20, it's $12. Okay. If I multiply the gallons by 5, I also need to multiply the amount of money by 5, which is, that is correct, $60. So 20 gallons of gas would cost $60 because 4 gallons times 5 gives you 20 gallons, 12 times 5 gives you 60. All right, let's keep going. A grocery store charges $6.30 for a 5-pound bag of grapes. So I'm going to write that down. What is the price per pound of grapes? Okay, so it doesn't give us an exact number here, but we know what the word per means. Per means we need a bottom of, that is right, 1 pound. So we need to go from 5 pounds to 1 pound. How do we do that? That is correct, we divide by 5. $6.30 divided by 5. I can't do that right off the top of my head, so let's do out our division. $6.30 divided by 5. Okay, first off, I'm going to put my decimal up. Okay. 5 fits into 6 one time. 5 times 1 is 5. Subtract, you get 1. Bring down the 3. Now ask how many 5s fit into 13. That is right, 2. 5 times 2 is 10. Subtract, you get 3. Bring down a 0. How many 5s make 30? That is correct, 6. 5 times 6 is 30 exactly. And then subtract, you get 0. So it would be $1.26 per pound. Because to go from 5 pounds to 1 pound, we divide by 5. $6.30 divided by 5 is $1.26. All right, let's keep going. You have spent $10 on 4 gallons of gas. How much would 5 gallons of gas cost? Okay, so let's take a look. $10 for 4 gallons, but we want 5 gallons. So I'm looking here, and what I notice is that we do not see a pattern because we can't go from 4 to 5. That pattern is blocked because there's no decimal. There's no whole number. And then we can't go from 10 to 4. That route is also blocked. So what we need to do is we're going to find first the price of 1 gallon. And to do that, we're going to divide by 4. So let's do it over here. $10 divided by 4. Decimal goes up. 4 fits into 10 2 times. 4 times 2 is 8. Subtract, you get 2. Bring down a 0. 4 fits into 20 5 times. 4 times 5 is 20. Subtract, you get 0. Bring down your last 0. 4 fits into 0 0 times. So it would be $2.50 for 1 gallon. But we still want the cost of 5 gallons. So now how would we go from 1 to 5? That's right, multiply by 5. If we multiply the gallons by 5, multiply the costs by 5. $2.50 times 5. I'm going to multiply it out without the decimal, then put it back after. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 2 is 12. Now put my decimal back. 1, 2 scoots with my decimal. 1, 2 scoots with my decimal. So it would be $12.50. Again, there was no direct pattern, so we found the unit price first by dividing by 4. $10 divided by 4 is $2.50 per gallon. Then multiply that cost by 5 to get our end goal of 5 gallons. All right, let's keep going. All right, train A travels 90 meters in 2 seconds. So I'm going to write that down. Train A, 90 meters in 2 seconds. All right, train B travels 150 meters in 3 seconds. Always write down your information. Which train is traveling at a faster rate? All right, we cannot compare these two right now because one has a denominator of 2 and one has a denominator of 3. So what we're going to do is we're going to give them both a denominator of 1 because then we can compare them. 90 meters, so to go from 2 seconds to 1 second, we have to divide by 2. 90 meters divided by 2 is 45 meters in 1 second. Now let's look at train B. 150 meters in 3 seconds. To go down to 1 second, that's right, we have to divide by 3. 150 divided by 3 is 50 meters per 1 second. So, who is driving faster? And that would be, that is correct, train B travels faster because they go 5 extra meters in that second. All right, let's look at now our last problem. Store A sells a 5-pack of soda for $10.50. So I'm going to write that down. It is $10.50 for 5. All right, Store B sells an 8-pack of soda for $16.24. Oh, sorry, I should say 24, not 25. There we go. And that is for 8-pack. What store has the better deal per unit? Okay, so we want to find each per unit, which means for 1. All right, so let's do this out. To go from 5 to 1, we divide by 5. Now let's do $10.50 divided by 5. You can actually do this kind of quickly in your head. We know that 10 divided by 5 is 2, so it's going to be $2. And then 50 cents divided by 5 would give you 10 cents. So it's going to be $2.10 for 1 unit. All right, now let's look at the second one. $16.24 for 8, and we want the cost of 1. To go from 8 to 1, that's correct, we need to divide by 8. $16.24 divided by 8. I know that 16 divided by 8 is $2, so we divided up the dollars. And then 24 cents divided by 8, you have to be careful here, we've actually already talked about this in class, is 3 cents, which will be written like so. It would not be written as 0.3. That's actually 30 cents. 3 cents has a 0 before it because it's 3 out of 100 or 3/100ths. All right, now we can look which is the cheaper per unit, and that is Store B, because $2.03 is cheaper than $2.10. All right, that now concludes our video. Thank you. Have a wonderful rest of your day.